Absolutely. 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 I absolutely love this new restaurant. Absurdly. 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 She laughed absurdly at the joke. Actually. 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 I'm not tired, I actually have a lot of energy. Almost. 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 I almost forgot to call you. Always. 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 She always arrives early for meetings. Angrily. 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 He shouted angrily at the driver who cut him off. Annually. 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 The conference is held annually. Apparently. 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 Apparently, the meeting has been cancelled. Badly. 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 He wanted to win badly, so he trained hard. Barely. 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 She barely passed the exam, but she passed. Blindly. 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 Don't follow trends blindly, think for yourself. Boldly. 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 He boldly accepted the challenge. Calmly. 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 She handled the situation calmly. Carefully. 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 Handle fragile items carefully. Cautiously. 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 Drive cautiously on slippery roads. Certainly. 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 I can certainly help you with that. Clearly. 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 The instructions were written clearly on the board. Confidently. 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 Speak confidently during the presentation. Constantly. 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 The noise outside constantly distracts me. Daily. 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 She writes in her journal daily. Deeply. 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 He cares deeply about environmental issues. Definitely. 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 I'm definitely attending the concert. Delightfully. 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 The garden is delightfully colorful. Diligently. 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 He diligently studies for his exams. Drunkenly. 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 He stumbled drunkenly down the street. Early. 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 They arrived at the party early to help set up. Especially. 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 I love all desserts, especially chocolate. Everywhere. 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 There are books everywhere in my room. Extremely. 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 The mountain climb was extremely challenging. Faithfully. 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 He has followed his diet faithfully. Fiercely. 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 The two teams competed fiercely. Frankly. 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 Frankly, I think the proposal needs improvement. Frequently. 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 They frequently go on hiking trips during the summer. Frivolously. 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 They spent their money frivolously on clothes. Generally. 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 Generally speaking, it's a good idea to save money. Gradually. 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 He gradually improved his cooking skills. Happily. 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 The children played happily in the park. Hardly. 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 He hardly ever goes out on weekends. Here. 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 I'm here to pick up my package. Honestly. 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 To be honest, I didn't enjoy the movie. Hopefully. 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 Hopefully, the weather will be nice for our trip. Hourly. 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 The bus departs hourly from the station. Incredibly. 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 She is an incredibly talented artist. Interestingly. 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 Interestingly, they both chose the same book. Late. 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 I stayed up late studying for the exam. Later. 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 We can discuss this later when you have more time. Loudly. 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 The music played loudly at the concert. Monthly. 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 The magazine is published monthly. Mostly. 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 The event was attended mostly by students. Nervously. 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 She tapped her foot nervously during the interview. Never. 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 He never eats seafood because of his allergies. Now. 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 I can't talk right now, I'm in the middle of a meeting. Nowhere. 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 I searched everywhere, but I found nothing. Occasionally. 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 We all overindulge occasionally. Often. 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 She doesn't often wear heels. Openly. 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 We should communicate openly about this issue. Painfully. 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 The injury hurt painfully. Partially. 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 He's only partially finished with his project. Passionately. 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 She argued her case passionately in the debate. Patiently. 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 She patiently waited for her turn. Periodically. 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 We need to check the equipment periodically. Politely. 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 Always remember to speak politely. Possibly. 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 It's possibly the best movie I've ever seen. Potentially. 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 This project has the potential to succeed. Proudly. 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 He proudly displayed his achievement. Quarterly. 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 They release their financial reports quarterly. Quickly. 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 The athlete ran quickly to catch the ball. Quietly. 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 Please enter quietly, someone is sleeping. Quite. 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 The movie was quite entertaining. Rarely. 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 I rarely get the chance to visit my hometown. Really. 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 Did you really finish all your homework? Regretfully. 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 He regretfully declined the invitation. Rudely. 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 He spoke rudely to the customer. Sadly. 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 She sighed sadly when she heard the news. Secretly. 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 They secretly planned a surprise party. Seldom. 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 He seldom visits his relatives in another city. Seriously. 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 You seriously need to consider their offer. Shyly. 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 She smiled shyly when he complimented her. Simply. 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 Sometimes, the answer is simply to try harder. Sincerely. 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 He wrote a sincerely heartfelt letter. Slowly. 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 She walked slowly along the beach, enjoying the sunset. Softly. 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 She whispered softly in his ear. Sometimes. 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 Sometimes I like to just relax and read a book. Somewhere. 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 I want to go on vacation somewhere warm. Soon. 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 The bus will arrive soon, so be ready. Sparingly. 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 Use spices sparingly in the recipe. Suddenly. 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 She was surprised when he suddenly appeared. Surprisingly. 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 Surprisingly, the weather improved. Thankfully. 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 She smiled thankfully at her rescuer. There. 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 The keys are over there on the table. Today. 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 Today is my day off, so I can relax. Tomorrow. 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 I'll finish the report tomorrow morning. Tonight. 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 Let's have dinner together tonight. 2. 2. 2. The coffee is too hot to drink right now. Truly. 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 I truly appreciate your help. Usually. 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 I usually take a walk in the evening. Very. 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 It's a very hot day today. Weekly. 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 I go to the gym weekly to stay in shape. Well. 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 She sings very well and has a beautiful voice. Yesterday. 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 I met an old friend yesterday at the market.